Taiping Island, also known as Itu Island and by various other names, is the largest of the naturally occurring Spratly Islands in the South China Sea. The island is elliptical in shape, being 1.4 kilometers in length and 0.4 kilometers in width, with an area of 46 hectares. It is part of the Tizard Bank. The runway of the Taiping Island Airport is easily the most prominent feature on the island, running its entire length. The island is administered by the Republic of China as part of Xijin-Koziung. It marks the southernmost point of the ROC Taiwan territory. It is also claimed by the People's Republic of China, the Philippines and Vietnam. In 2016, in a ruling by the Tribunal of Permanent Court of Arbitration in the case brought by the Philippines against China, the tribunal classified Itu as a ROC under United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, without inviting ROC Taiwan to take part in the tribunal. ROC Taiwan rejected this ruling. The nearby Zhongzhou Reef is also under the control of the ROC Taiwan. Names: Taiping Island was named in honor of a nationalist Chinese Navy warship which sailed to the island in 1946, when Japan surrendered after the Second World War. The name Taiping Island is used by both Taipei and Beijing. The island was also called Huang Shantma Jiao and Huang Shantma Shi by Chinese fishermen. Another commonly used international name for the island is Itu. At least 3 different etymological origins have been proposed for this name. That it is a Malay expression meaning, "What's that?", a corruption of Hey Nun is Wijuib, or that it was named after 2 Vietnamese maids of a French Indochina official charged with mapping the Spratly Islands. Some non-partisan sources including U.S. government publications continue to use Itu as the primary designator of the land feature, often with Taiping in parentheses. The Vietnamese name for the island is Ba Bin and the Philippine name is Lai Gao, meaning lost or wild island. During the Japanese occupation of the island 1939–45, the name Nagashima was used. History: China first asserted sovereignty in the modern sense to the South China Sea's island when it formally objected to France's efforts to incorporate Itu and other islands and rocks into French Indochina during the 1884–1885 Sino-French War. The 1887 Boundary Convention signed between France and China places the Spratly and Paracel Islands under Chinese rule. Chinese maps since then have consistently shown China's claims, first as a solid and then as a dotted line. At first, France recognized Chinese sovereignty of Spratly and Paracel Islands, in exchange for Chinese recognition of Vietnam as a French territory. In 1932, a year after the Japanese formally invaded northeast China, France formally claimed both the Paracel and Spratly Islands. China and Japan both protested. In 1933, France seized the Paracels and Spratlys, announced their annexation, formally included them in French Indochina, and built a couple of weather stations on them, but did not disturb the numerous Chinese fishermen it found there. In 1938, Japan took the islands from France, garrisoned them, and built a submarine base at Itu Island. In 1941, the Japanese Empire made the Paracel and Spratly Islands part of Taiwan, then under its rule. In 1945, in accordance with the Cairo and Potsdam Declarations and with American help, the armed forces of the Republic of China government at Nanjing accepted the surrender of the Japanese garrisons in Taiwan, including the Paracel and Spratly Islands. Nanjing then declared both archipelagos to be part of Guangdong Province. It was administratively attached to the municipality of Takao in the Japanese colony of Taiwan. On 6 November 1946, the ROC government sent 4 warships to the South China Sea to secure islands within the region, commanded by Lin Xun and Lao Ruyu, ROCS Changye, ROCS Yongxing, ROCS Taiping and ROCS Changcheng. The warships departed from Guangzhou and headed towards the Spratly and Paracel Island groups. On 12 December, the 2 ships led by Lin Xun, ROCS Taiping and ROCS Changye, arrived at Taiping Island. In commemoration of the island being secured, the island was chosen to be named after the ROCS Taiping warship, and thus a stone stele reading Taiping Island was erected on a breakwater tip southwest of the island. The other 3 ships likewise had the names used. Woody Island was named Yongxing Island, Triton Island was named Zhongshan Island, and Thitu Island was named Zhongye Island. After being secured by nationalist China, the island was placed under the administration of China's Guangdong province. When the Chinese Communists gained control of mainland China, the defeated nationalists retreated to Taiwan, but retained control of the Taiping garrison. Japan officially renounced its control and transferred the island to the trusteeship of the Allied powers within the San Francisco Peace Treaty on September 8, 1951. A different interpretation is that Japan officially renounced its sovereignty and transferred the island to the Republic of China under the provisions of the Taipei Peace Treaty. In 1952, a Philippine civilian began to mine sulfur from Taiping Island, and that same year, a note attached to the Treaty of Taipei provided the nationalist Chinese arguments for sovereignty over the island. The nationalists established a permanent presence on the island in July 1956. From 2000, a detachment of the ROC Coast Guard administration was stationed on the island, replacing the Marine Corps detachment. The Taiping Island Airport was completed in December 2007, and a C-130 Hercules transporter airplane first landed on the island on 21 January 2008. On 2 February 2008, ROC President Chen Shui-bian personally visited the island accompanied by a significant naval force including 2 fleets with Kidd-class destroyer, flagships and 2 submarines. On 19 April 2011, it was announced that the Marine Corps would once again be stationed on the island. In February 2012, the ROC began construction of an antenna tower and associated facilities with the purpose of providing navigation assistance for aircraft landing. The tower had a planned height of approximately 7 to 8 meters, and was scheduled to be completed in April 2012, and fully functional after proper testing in September 2012. In July 2012, ROC authorities revealed a project which intended to extend the runway by 500 meters, which would allow the island to accommodate various kinds of military aircraft. In late August 2013, the ROC government announced that it would spend $112 million on upgrading the island's airstrip, and constructing a dock capable of allowing its 3,000-ton Coast Guard cutters to dock, due to be completed by 2016. On July 12, 2016, a tribunal of the Permanent Court of Arbitration backed the Philippines in an arbitration proceedings against China's Nine-Dash-Line claim, which includes Taiping Island controlled by Taiwan. Both China and Taiwan have strongly rejected the ruling. Government and politics. The island, along with the rest of the Spratlys, is disputed by 4 countries on historical, geographic, legal and/or technical grounds, in pursuit of fishing rights, shipping lanes, and the potential of petroleum and natural gas beneath the South China Sea. Although it is anticipated that the South China Sea basin is abundant in oil and natural gas, the waters surrounding Taiping Island have yet to be formally surveyed or extracted. Kuomintang legislator Lin Yufang has stated that the Chinese Petroleum Corporation has not excluded the option of prospecting territorial waters in the near future, with the military providing naval escort assistance upon directive from the National Security Council of the Republic of China. Taiping Island is administered under the municipality of Kaohsiung City, Qijin District, by the Republic of China. Postal service is provided by Changhua Post under the assigned area code 819. The Republic of China Military Postal Service uses the designation 68 for postage services for the island. The total population of the island is about 600 with no civilians. Land pricing is managed by the Kaohsiung local government, although there have been no cases of actual transactions being made. In 2007, the announced land value adjustments placed the value of land on Taiping Island at $400 per square meter. Prior to 2012, the island's Coast Guard Defense Forces held 106mm recoilless guns and 81mm mortars. These were planned to be replaced by 8 sets of 40mm autocannons and a number of 120mm mortars by the end of August 2012. Facilities. Taiping Island has 4 existing wells. The proportion of fresh water in 4 of them is 99.1, 75.8, 97.5, and 96.8% respectively, averaging 92.3%. About 65 metric tons of water can be pumped from these wells daily to provide drinking water and meet cooking and everyday needs. Apart from well water, there are water retaining facilities mainly used for farming. Since December 2014, the island has been powered by a 40 kW photovoltaic power station with a 612 kW storage facility that will generate an estimated 50 MWh per year. The project was divided into 2 phases. The first phase was completed in December 2011 and the second in December 2014. The entire solar power system will generate an estimated 189,492 kWh per year, saving an estimated 49,000 liters of diesel fuel per year. It was funded by the Ministry of Economic Affairs. The Taiping Island Airport features an airstrip which caters for C-130 transport planes of the ROC Air Force, with one sortie arriving every 2 months. No refueling facilities are available. Depending on sources, the runway is either 1150 or 1,200 meters long, 30 meters wide, and has a large hard standing area capable of accommodating 2 C-130 aircraft. The island also has a helicopter platform. Additional facilities located on the island include a shelter for fishermen, a hospital, satellite telecommunications facilities, radar surveillance equipment, and other communications equipment. 5 public telephones are connected via satellite. The island also has internet connectivity. Mobile phone reception is available for individuals with international roaming. A signal from China Mobile can be accessed from a GSM base station, located on Nangzheng Reef. In 2013, Taiwan's Changhua Telecom established a satellite-based cellular base station on the island to provide the Coast Guard with communication services. The ROC maintains a large meteorological station on Taiping Island. The station collects weather information using surface instruments, launching weather balloons daily. The ROC Central Weather Bureau has an employee presence on the island. Guanyin Temple, built in 1959, and nearby tombstones dating back to the Qing dynasty can show traces of Chinese activity on the island. Coast Guard. 3 ROC Coast Guard boats of the M8 model, designated Nanhai 4, Nanhai 5, and Nanhai 6, respectively, are prepared to patrol the island but are not considered sufficient to adequately monitor the island's surroundings. Bridge piers were constructed in 1992 but some had been damaged. In December 2006, rebuilding began on a damaged L-shaped pier, the Southern Star Ferry Pier, in order to improve the transportation and supply of materials for the Coast Guard. Currently, a military supply ship services the island during a single voyage in April and November each year, anchoring for 1 day to deliver personnel and military supplies. Additionally, a civil merchantman arrives with general goods every 20 days, anchoring for 1 to 2 days at a time. This ship may be used as a transport for the stationed Coast Guard personnel. Geography. Ecology. The flora and fauna present on and surrounding the island includes swallows, papaya plant, coast oak, terminalia trees, lotus leaf tongue tree, Goodeniaceae, sea lemon, long-stem chrysanthemum, long saddle rattan, grey grass, coconut tree, banana tree, white-tailed tropical bird, sparrowhawk, tropical fish, jellyfish and various other organisms. Geology and landform. The island has a long and narrow shape that is low and flat, that is approximately 1,289.3 meters long and 365.7 meters wide. The area of the north-south coastline is 41.3 hectares, and the coastal vegetation line range is 36.6 hectares. The mean tidewater over land area is approximately 49 hectares, and during low sea tides the water reefs and land area is 98 hectares, 4 to 6 meters above sea level. Since Taiping Island is a coral island, the surface includes fine sand and coral reefs formed by weathering. Around the island are sandy beaches, with narrower beaches on the south and north sides 5 meters wide, on the east side 20 meters wide, and on the southwest side 50 meters wide. The sand accumulated on the beach is rosy-colored, mainly formed from red coral fragments and shell debris. Natural resources. The island has historically been mined for phosphates to the point of exhaustion, and today has no major natural resources. There is potentially a large amount of undiscovered reserves of oil and natural gas beneath surrounding waters within the South China Sea basin. However, there has yet to be formal exploration and mining conducted. Whether Taiping Island has a tropical climate, with the temperature varying between 21 and 35 degrees Celsius. There is a strong southwest monsoon in summer months in June and July, with strong southwest wind and currents, and during the time typhoons become frequent there is abundant rainfall. The rainy season occurs during November and December. Tourist attractions. A temple on the island exists as a common visiting place. The southeast side of the island contains old Japanese constructions. The Taiping Cultural Park is located near the pier. There is also a pillar erected on the island that declares Taiping Island as a territory of the Republic of China. Sister cities. The following are sister cities with Taiping Island: Lincoln, Nebraska,